have you ever wondered which country is the hardest to invade if a full-scale war breaks out? And what if I told you that India, a densely populated country not particularly known for warfare, is actually one of the most naturally fortified nations on Earth? Would you believe me? It's not because of missiles. It's not about military tech. It's because of nature. From towering snow-covered mountains to thick, rain-drenched jungles, from sun-scorched deserts to violent coastal waves, India is surrounded by natural barriers stronger than any steel wall. Even during World War II, Japan's military had to halt its advance when it tried to push through the dense northeastern jungles of India. So how exactly does nature protect India? Is it just pure luck, or is this a vital piece in the puzzle of global geopolitics? Let's explore 3 powerful reasons why invading India is nearly impossible, and the strange part is, most people never notice them. First, the Northern Wall, the Himalayas. When you look at a map of India, the first thing you'll see is a massive white wall stretching across the north. That's the Himalayas. These mountains aren't just the highest in the world. They form one of the most impenetrable natural borders any country could ever wish for. Now, imagine this. If a military tried to enter India from China or Nepal, their troops would have to cross peaks over 26,000 feet, 8,000 meters high. Temperatures drop to -40 degrees Fahrenheit, -40 degrees Celsius. And just breathing becomes a survival challenge. Never mind hauling tanks, weapons, and supplies through the snow. And that's not just theory. In 1999, during the Kargil War, Pakistani soldiers secretly occupied high-altitude outposts in Kashmir. They assumed India couldn't possibly mount a counterattack in such deadly terrain. But Indian troops climbed the mountains in winter, braving avalanches, ice, and oxygen deprivation to reclaim every rock. It became one of the most legendary modern military victories, not because of technology, but because of sheer willpower and harsh geography. Second, the jungle maze, the Seven Sisters of Northeast India. In the far northeast of India lies a region known as the Seven Sisters, lush green states shrouded in mist, covered in dense forests, and accessible only by narrow trails barely wide enough for a person on foot. Anyone dreaming of bringing in an entire army through this region is in for a rude awakening. In 1944, at the height of World War II, Japan attempted to invade India from Myanmar. Their goal was to capture Impal, a key strategic city in northeastern India. But they didn't account for one critical factor: the rainy season. Weeks of non-stop monsoon rain turned the roads into muddy swamps. Trucks got stuck. Soldiers collapsed. On top of that came venomous snakes, malaria, and landslides. It wasn't bullets that stopped Japan's army. It was the jungle itself. Since then, this region has been nicknamed the graveyard of misguided strategies. Third, the Western Desert, the furnace of Rajasthan. Now look west. The landscape completely changes. Welcome to the Thar Desert, a barren land stretching across much of the state of Rajasthan. In 1971, Pakistan tried again, this time pushing troops through the desert, hoping to catch India off guard. But they didn't anticipate the brutal conditions. 122 degrees Fahrenheit, 50 degrees Celsius during the day, freezing cold at night, no water, and zero shelter. Their forces were exhausted and broken before they even reached the front lines. And even if, just if, they managed to cross that hellish desert, they'd still face the Aravalli Hills, an ancient mountain range standing like a final guardian before the heart of India. And finally, the southern coast, where the ocean fights back. Some might think, if you can't attack India from the north or west, why not invade from the sea? Makes sense in theory. But in reality, the ocean here isn't friendly. Southern India juts into the sea like a giant arrowhead, and it's anchored by the Deccan Plateau, flanked by the Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats, steep, forested mountain ranges. This makes movement from the coastline to the interior nearly impossible for invading forces. And every year, this region is pounded by the monsoon season, months of relentless rain. The coast becomes a muddy, unstable mess. Ships can't dock. Tanks can't move. Soldiers? Soaked cold, confused. And even if someone did manage to land troops on the shore, they'd face a far more modern obstacle: the Indian Navy. India today commands over 130 warships, including aircraft carriers like the INS Vikrant, attack submarines, and advanced coastal defense systems. Not only that, they control the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, which sit right at the entrance to the Strait of Malacca, one of the world's busiest and most vital shipping lanes. This means India doesn't just protect itself. It monitors and can potentially disrupt maritime traffic between Asia and the Middle East, a position every superpower dreams of. Nature is the ultimate weapon. When we think of a strong country, we picture missiles, aircraft carriers, and military satellites. But sometimes, real power lies in something far simpler, something no one can build or destroy: nature. Throughout history, India has faced countless invaders. And time again, jungles, deserts, snowy peaks, and oceans have risen to the challenge, acting like silent, loyal soldiers. They don't follow orders. They don't fire weapons. They simply exist and defend. This isn't just a military advantage. It's a powerful lesson. When humans live in harmony with nature, respect it, and understand it, then when the time comes, nature will protect us in ways no man-made system ever could. If you found this video fascinating, I'd love to hear from you. Which country do you think has the safest natural geography, and why? Drop your answer in the comments. And if you'd like to join me as we explore other hidden strategic secrets, like why the United States is often called the Ocean Fortress, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. In the next video, we're diving straight into the heart of America to discover how a nation's strength is often written in the lines of its geography.